Alright everyone, it's another video. This time I'm going to be playing the red-black Sabo deck. I don't know why I chose to build this one. I guess it's just because I want to play some new leaders. So yeah, red-black Sabo. I'm going against this Kuro. So he's going to be doing some East-Blue stuff, right? And then resting them to restand his leader. So yeah, Sabo. What Sabo can do is you can minus 1,000 power from a 5,000 power character and stop him from being KO'd for that duration. So like someone tries to KO it with an effect, right? You have a Dawn on your leader, minus 1,000 to that character. So to put in simple terms, that's how it works. So he plays Nami. Of course he's going to play Nami, right? That's to help him search for more East Blue stuff since he's Kuro. He swings at me both times. I choose to out counter both times since I had the cards to do that. It's my turn now. I'm currently at 5 Dawn. So what I do is I put 1 Dawn on Sabo and then I play a 4-drop character. I think it was the Kuzan I played, if I'm not mistaken. If not the Kuzan, it was the Borsalino, just so I could have a blocker out and use that ability. So if you can put together how the leader works, you can pretty much see how the deck already works. So because you're able to stop something from dying that's 5,000 power or more by just minusing 1,000 power, you're going to be running a lot of blockers. So you just pretty much run big body blockers, right? Minus 1,000 from them after using the block, and go on with your day pretty much. So because of that, you also have blockers that have pretty good abilities. Like right now I just drew a Hina off of the Kuzan ability, and the reason why I'm running Hina is because not only is she a 5-drop blocker with 6,000 power, on her block she can stop another 6 or less card from attacking. So that's why I run Hina in this deck, because not only is she a block I could use leader ability with, her other ability lets it to where the other card can attack, so it's pretty good. He puts Dons onto his Namis, so he swings with them. He's not using leader ability instead to swing for 8k twice, which if he did, he would have actually done damage to me, but he just chose to swing 3 times with his 2 Namis and his leader. I'm going to out counter with my Brooks, right? I'm going to save my blockers because why wouldn't I? I have 2 Hinas and a Borsalino, so you really want to save your blockers for on board because you could, again, you pretty much save them with the leader ability, so yeah. Plus this really works out well because the more stuff you have on board is the more stuff you can use to take out his East Blue characters so that his leader can't restand as much. So yeah, not bad. I swing for base attack with Kuzan at the Nami because I know he's just going to let it die. And then I swing 7 to the other Nami and he lets that die. So then I play the Hina. Kuzan's in here because he's like your main minus cost character for black. It's really weird though because the only KO thing I have in this deck is actually Lucci. So Kuzan is a really okay one to have in here because he minuses 4, which helps the Lucci because he can KO a cost of 2 and a cost of 1 or less. So with the Kuzan, you can actually get rid of some pretty good stuff. Like right here, if I had the Kuzan active, I just swing minus 4 to the Don Krieg and then play Lucci, KO the Don Krieg with Lucci. So it's pretty good. Since he played Don Krieg, he gets to KO a minus 4, a cost 4 or less, right? But since I have, since I have leader, I just minus the power instead of letting him KO it with Don Krieg ability. And then he tries to attack it, but hey, I have the Hina blocker out, so I just blocked it. So yeah, it's pretty it's pretty good with all the amount of blockers. Unfortunately, it is kind of lame. Right here, I play 2 Great Eruptions because I'm actually trying to draw into a Lucci and try to KO the Don Krieg, but I didn't draw into a Lucci, unfortunately. So what I do is I just play another one of my blockers, and then I put a Don onto my Sabo to get the ability, unless I pretty much screw up in this play. I don't exactly remember. It's been a minute since I remember when I played this guy and I recorded it. It's been a minute, so I don't remember exactly what happened. I've just been sitting on this video because it's Sabo. I was never expecting to do a video for Sabo, so yeah. I put all 3 Dawn into my leader. Swing for 8, he takes it, so he's down to 2 life. He only has 1 East Blue up, but with 10 Dawn up, he's gonna have some more East Blue. He plays Gin, which is a really good East Blue card. It's really good green, but I'm pretty sure it's archetype locked to East Blue, so like he only works with East Blue characters, but it's really good for a 4-drop. You get to rest 2 4-drop characters. So he rests my blocker and my Kuzan. So yeah, he attacks my blocker, right? I resolve the attack. I use the action to make sure he can't die, so he's now down to 5k power. because Borsellino becomes a 6k power on your opponent's turn, so I just minus 1,000, so he's now a 5k quote-unquote blocker because he's rested now. He swings 8 with leader at my Borsellino. That's totally fine. It's like Borsellino blocked, even though he rested him. It's totally fine by me. Don't care. The reason why I'm checking my graveyard is because I drew into a Rebecca, right? And Rebecca lets you grab something with the cost 3 to 7 and then play a 3-drop. So that's why I was checking my graveyard, because I just wanted to see if I could grab anything. Kind of a misplay right here. I should have put 1 Dawn onto my leader because I needed the Dawn on him to protect stuff. So I only sang 5. I should have swung for 6. That was a misplay by me. Instead, I put 1 Dawn on Kuzan instead. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, I guess in my brain, like, for some reason it switched. But it's fine, whatever. After that, I play my Hina and then I play my Borsellino. And this is when I realized I was like, oh wait, I was supposed to put the Dawn on the leader, but it's fine, whatever. A blocker is a blocker. It's kind of like it worked because, again, if I block with Hina, I can make something else not attack. So it kind of balances out, kind of. I don't really know why I did it that way. So it's his turn now. With 10 Dawn up, he puts 3 Dawn onto Dawn Krieg, so he's a 10k double attack. Hey, guess what? Hina's out, so I'm going to block it with Hina to make it where his Gin can attack. So not bad, got the blocker ability off. And then right here, I'm pretty sure he puts 4 Dawn onto his leader, and then he plays out of the bag technique, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure this is the turn when he played out of the bag technique. Also, I can't mention enough that it's actually really cool to see Kuro like in the simulator, because like everybody's just running meta because everybody's a meta sheep. So it's really cool to see stuff that isn't meta, like Kuro. So it's just cool to see other leaders that people aren't playing, and that there are people out there who want to like try new things instead of just sticking to lame mechanics and all that. Not lame mechanics, lame leaders and lame playstyles like Sakazuki and Enel and some of the purple stuff and some of the green stuff, like what was meta? Kid. I don't know why I couldn't get the mono green Kid leader out of my head, but yeah. And then there's green purple Dofi. Green purple Dofi kind of had a scene for a little bit because of the 7-drop film Luffy combo in it. So I swing 7 at the Gin. I played Rebecca, grabbed Hina, played Hina. That's the -4 cost Hina. Unfortunately, I didn't have a Lucci, so I was just using Rebecca to get some bodies on the board. And then with my last Dawn, I play with Borsellino. So I have 3 blockers on the field, 2 of which are 5-drop bodies, right? And then 2 of which are 5-drop bodies. Oh my goodness, my mouse is not working today. Stop. Okay. Yeah, so 2 of which are 5-drop bodies. Dude, what is with my mouse? Okay. Okay, so 5-drop bodies, right? And then he swings. He swings with this Dawn Krieg right here. You know, I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna rock the mouse. I don't know why it's just not working. But he swings with the Dawn Krieg. I block it with Borsellino. Oh no, sorry. He swings with the Dawn Krieg and I block it with Rebecca. My bad. And then he plays Django actually to restand the Dawn Krieg, which is really a really good play to try and get a double attack off. But guess what? Because he restood it, I just blocked it with one of my Borsellinos, did the ability, and then Borsellino didn't die. So kind of a waste, right? But it's okay, right? Because he kind of needs bodies on the board, and 5-drop Django's okay. He's not a bad 5-drop card. So right here, you can see me going through my library again because I do have another Rebecca in hand. I also drew into a Lucci, so hey, pretty cool, right? But unfortunately, I don't have enough stuff to minus Dawn. So that's why I was actually checking my graveyard to see what I could play to minus some Dawn. So I just swing base with Hina, right? Hina was just there to get me another body on board, so she's playing her role, she's doing her part, she's getting me some swings in, making him lose some cards. I play Rebecca right here because what's better than having another blocker is having yet another blocker. Right here, I grabbed Hina, the 5-drop blocker Hina, just to have another blocker on board, because even though I could have grabbed Kuzan, played Kuzan, draw something, then minus something next turn, I just wanted to play on the super defensive side because at this point, this deck is just built around that. You have to play with a bunch of blockers. So I'm just going to stick with it. So I grabbed Hina, played Hina with the last of my Dawn. It was just enough to even put a Dawn on my leader to keep that going. So not only did I get a 6k swing in, I also got 2 blockers on board. He plays Gin, rests my 4-drop Borsellino. He could have rested my Rebecca as well, but I don't think he did that. But he didn't really do that. So He played Gin. Really, again, really good card. Gin has a really good card. I think it is only locked to East Blue, but it's such a good card to just rest 2 4-drops for the price of 4, and to have a 5k body on board. It's not bad, and it's counter, so it's a pretty good card. He puts a Dawn onto Don Krieg just to certify the double attack. He swings with Django, and because I have Hina on board, he kind of just wasted that one Dawn, and he can't use his ability to double attack me. He swings, I block it with Hina, and I stop the attack with the Hina block. And hey, I use leader ability to keep Hina alive. So I stopped a 6k, a 6-drops 8k double attack swing with a Hina block, and I also got to keep my leader. And I stopped an attack, so he already has 2 attacks that he can't really profit off of. He does have his leader still. He attacks with leader, 5 to 5. I think I just block it with Rebecca actually. Yeah, right here. Make his 5k swing worthless pretty much. Right there, he uses his last Dawn to restand his leader, and he attacks my Hina actually. Unfortunately, I have to let Hina go because it is 5 to 5, and I have no counter in hand. So yeah. I draw into Sudo, right? Can't really do much. I think what I do is I actually play Sudo, and then I -2 to the active Gin, so I can get it less stuff off of his board. I just wanted to certify the leader ability as well, so I put 1 Dawn onto my Sabo. Here I am with 9 Dawn, right? I think I'm calculating right now. I have a 10-drop Luffy in hand, which is from ST10. That's the Rush Luffy. So I was really just sitting on the Luffy. I didn't really have a good time to play it. So I put 3 Dawn into my Hina. I attack for 8 to 6. I don't remember if he actually out-counters it or not. He does not. That's perfect. That's less bodies on board for him to restand with. So I choose to swing for 7 because I needed the last 5 Dawns in order to actually play Sudo and Lucci. So I swing for 7. He actually takes it. That works out perfectly. And I could leave some Dawn, right, because of whatchamacallit. I could leave some Dawn not tapped because I have 2 blockers on board, so I just use the last 5 of my Dawn to rest something. He plays Kurobi, but unfortunately he doesn't rest one of my blockers, so I don't understand why he triggered that to begin with. I mean, it is Kuro, right? So there is a reason why he played it, just to have another East Blue to rest for his leader ability. So yeah, but I guess he didn't do that, right? Because I mean, I guess he just wants it. I can't really explain why, because his leader has to restand 2 East Blues, so like his Kurobi wasn't going to be rested. He just played it, rest one of my things, but I don't know why he didn't just rest one of my Borsalino blockers. So yeah, surprisingly enough, this Kuro was running the 10-drop Dofi, so that's really cool to see. So he freezes my Hina and my leader. He swings 6k at my leader with Django. I take it just so I can have some cards in hand. This one I block with the 7k, whatchamacall, Don Krieg swing. I can't even speak right now. He tries to swing with me at Don Krieg, I block it. And then I use leader ability. Now it's my turn. I swing 5 at his leader with one of my Borsalino blockers, and then I swing it with at my other blocker. Pretty much just to whittle some cards out of his hand, right? Because he has no blockers out on board, I pretty much just go all in as best I can to make him have to take damage and make him have to just waste cards pretty much. So right here I think I play my Sabo, either that or I play my 10-drop Luffy. I was really just going all out. Even though he would have won if he just stayed, he actually would have won. I do remember he just left. I don't understand why he didn't just stay. I end turn there, and then he swings, I think with yeah. So he plays 10-drop Dofi. He freezes my 2 leaders, or my 2 blockers, and my Luffy. He swings for 6. I counter for 7, and because he played the 10-drop Dofi, he doesn't have enough power to do anything. So yeah, no blockers on board. I have to take the hit for the 10-drop. I draw into an Ice Age. Doesn't really matter. Because he doesn't have a 3 or less. So right here, I draw into a Toshigi. I just go all in. I attack 9 with Lucci. He has to take it. And then I just put the rest of my Dawn onto either Hino or Sabo. But doesn't matter who I really put it on with only 2 cards in hand. A blocker or anything else, or anything that rests something, right? Kurobi will rest my Hina. But guess what? 1 card in hand. All 7 Dawn. 12k to 5k. I win the game with this one. So Yeah, not bad, right? Sabo's interesting. I can say that much for sure. Sabo is interesting. But uh, what else can I say? It's Sabo. Um, you just protect all your blockers pretty much to stop hits from coming in at you, and then you use all your other stuff to deal effect damage, like effect damage. What I mean by that is like KOing stuff with effects and damaging their board and making them lose characters, and then you just be aggressive with the red side pretty much. It's really interesting and lame at the same time. You pretty much just have to play a bunch of blockers. But yeah, this is gonna be the Sabo gameplay. I don't think I'm ever gonna play him again. I was just really bored one day, wanted to try out a leader I have never played, and a leader I don't really ever see. So this is Sabo. Hopefully it was interesting. And look out for the Perona video because I will be playing that soon. So yeah, thanks for watching.